Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are finishing off the individual reading series. This section will be your healing messages. This is the very last one that I do in my individual readings. For those of you that do not know, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that has been supporting this couple videos and for always supporting my channel. Thank you for those of you that are subscribed, and thank you for those of you that are just coming in for the first time watching this video. If that is the case, thank you for coming in. Here we have our 4 piles for this video. In the healing messages, it tends to be like a summary or a conclusion for the other 3 sections of the video. So of course, if this is the first video you stumble upon, I recommend you to go watch the other 3 parts of this series, because you might see that there's some things that overlap. You will probably see that some things kind of have been summarized here, and there will probably be some synchronicities or messages that come up over and over that are probably like a very big deal for you, in the sense of that's probably something your spirit guides want you to work on, or that is just super extra confirmation for whatever it is that you've been wondering, or you have kind of like at the back of your head constantly. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say besides, use your intuition to pick this next pile, or I guess, you can go by the number, or you can just look by the back of the piles. I don't know. But let me start introducing the stones. So for pile number 1, we have Celestine. Here. For pile 2, we have Amethyst, which I believe has come up before. For pile number 3, we have Obsidian. And for pile number 4, we have Aquamarine. So feel free to just pick whichever pile you want, and remember, whatever resonates, it's for you, and whatever doesn't, feel free to just ignore it, leave it behind, or push it to the side. But yeah, I'll jump right into pile 1. Also, if you pick any of the other piles, look at the description below to go to the timestamp, and you are good to go. And I'll see you there. Hello pile 1, if you picked this Celestine stone, this is your healing message. Okay, let's see what's in store for you. So we have the Moth Spirit, surrender now. We have the Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. We have the Bobcat Spirit, life is mystery. You have the Mouse Spirit, reverse, tend to the small things. I couldn't read that one upside down. I tend to be very good at reading this cards upside down, like the messages. But this time I was just like, I have no clue what that one says. Let's see the tea leaf cards that you have. You have Bird Perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. You have the Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. You have Happiness. That's pretty good. And then you have Older Woman, dealings or relationships with an older woman. Well, you don't say. I can hear my computer right now is like struggling, but maybe your computer's struggling too. I don't know. So let's see, where do I even start with you guys? So the healing messages for you are to just trust in life, trust in the universe, and trust that things are gonna work out. You kind of already have 3 cards right here, like this one. Like, I haven't really looked at this bottom ones, right? But this top ones, especially this 3, kind of tell me and give me this vibes of please tell pile 1 to just trust in us, trust in the universe, trust in the divine, just have faith that things are gonna work out, and also let go of control. I do feel that you guys may be struggling a lot with allowing your manifestations to go through. You may be struggling to make things happen because you may be a little bit afraid of the results. You may be questioning constantly the path that you're on. You may be wondering how things are going to work out, or if they even will work out. So the doubts that you are carrying with you are in a way limiting the abundant manifestations that are going through for you. With the surrender now, that kind of makes me think of the Fool. Now, it's been a couple of weeks of me recording this pick a card readings, and it also has been this is the 4th video, so it has been 3 videos at least. So I don't know if the Fool ever came up, but if they did, this is the card that I will connect it with. You know, surrender now, to me, the Fool symbolizes that. Being able to take that leap of faith, being able to trust that the universe is there to help you out, being able to just walk or jump into the unknown and have the security and the faith that things are going to work out, because by the time that you take that leap, you are kind of leaving it up to faith. You're leaving it up to the universe to do as they have to, because you're letting go of that control, right? The abundant universe will provide kind of says that right now is not really your time to do something. Right now it is time that you allow life to do its things. Trust that the universe is going to do their job, and it's time for them to, you know, put all the pieces where they belong, and you are just there kind of just going with the flow, technically. But with the buffalo, I'm also getting this sense of like the magician almost. There's too many arcanas coming through, and I don't have any tarot. In the healing messages, I never use tarot, so keep that in mind. But yeah, with the buffalo spirit, there's this sense of the magician, right? You already have all the tools to make things happen, but you may not be in the right place for things to happen. So life is still working on creating that path for you to walk on. So just be ready to take action when the universe and your spirit guides and your intuition all tell you it is time to take action. So just be ready for that. But right now, life is still working and making things happen, finding the right people, finding the right energies, the right situation, you know, trying to make everything just flow as it should, right? Making sure that whoever is in your path to make something happen, that they're all in the right mood to make it happen. You also have Bobcat Spirit with Life is a Mystery, which that card, when the Bobcat Spirit comes up, is always annoying to me. Not in a bad way. It's always the times where I'm like, okay, universe, I want this to happen. Why isn't it happening? Or what's going on? And then this card pops up like, I'm not telling you. So that's why I'm saying that. Also, we have an 8 right here, so that's all about infinite possibilities and unlimited potential and all of that. So keep that in mind, that this is definitely leading towards, if there's something you don't know, it's for a reason, and just accept it. You don't need to know. There's a high chance that if the universe and in this pile you're getting this whole thing of letting go of control, that might be the reason why they're not telling you how something's going to work out or how it's going to happen, because then you will probably limit yourself to that potential and that path. And life wants you to stay very open to any path, because they're like, look, yeah, maybe you can go through that tedious path that will for sure, you know, lead you to that place, but maybe we can get it faster to you if this path were to open up, or if this other thing were to happen, or you know, stuff like that. But the whole Life is a Mystery, I do feel that there's things that, especially when you're working with other people, or when the universe has to work with other people, they can't really force others to do anything. It's always a suggestion, right? It's always, that's where, you know, free will kind of comes in. You have the choice to stay in this path of always constantly doubting and worrying and all of that, or you have the choice to work through that and let it go, you know? So that's kind of where it goes when you have spirit guides. They're guiding you, hence the whole why they're called spirit guides. They're not telling you what to do. They're suggesting you could do this, you could do that. And people usually listen to their spirit guides because they have a different point of view that we don't see, you know. We only see our point of view, our perspective. It's very hard to see other people at play, because there's some people that of course we haven't met, or we just don't know as well, or we don't know what they're going through, and also at what pace they're going. And higher selves are able to see all of that because they have other, you know, that's what happens when you're higher up there. You have a whole different view. You're able to see it from like top down, and that's kind of where I'm getting with all of that, right? With the whole mystery of life, spirit guides kind of just work with a bunch of people, with a bunch of pieces, with different timelines as well. And when I mean timelines, I don't mean like different universes and stuff. I mean kind of like, if this thing were to happen to you, where will you be? Or this other thing, and this and that. So nothing super different, just possibilities, let's put it that way. We're still only walking linearly through one, but when you open up, you're able to see the other possibilities that could have been out there. But I'm going a little bit off the realms on that one. Let's check out the mouse spirit. So we have tend to the small things in reverse. So usually that kind of tells me that maybe you are focusing so much in the bigger picture that you're not taking care of the things that you can do right now in your present moment. So life is encouraging you to do that. Also, the mouse to me symbolizes an animal that is very nervous, it's very jittery, it's very like they're full on alert and looking everywhere. So you may want to take a time to just put yourself together again and focus on what you can do, instead of looking at all these other three cards that you don't have control over and you don't have the ability to push it to make it happen. Look at the things that you can work on. So let's say this is like your long-term goal. Look at the little ones, the smart goals, the things that you can measure, the things that you can work on and be like, okay, I can see the progress that I'm doing. Life is encouraging you to do that right now, to focus on those things that you can work right now. The little stepping stones. They want you to focus on that. Or also, for others of you, this card is kind of encouraging you to not overthink those little steps as well. So you may be afraid of taking the next step, or you may not want, you're focusing on this bigger picture because you don't want to look within yourself, and life is telling you, please do work on that. So like that, you are an open vessel for whatever this other big thing is. When you are open and ready to go, whenever it happens, then it makes it easier for you to not be an obstacle within your own life and within your own path. So that's kind of what's going on there. With this older woman, there might be someone a little bit wiser or someone with a little bit more of experience that can help you out in figuring out how to go through with an issue like this. Or if you are concerned about your career, this person could help you out in finding a job. This older woman strikes me as someone that's going to bring you wisdom and someone that's going to give you good advice. They're not going to be the one directly helping you solve the issue. They're kind of going to be a physical vessel that the universe will use to take you in the right direction. So this could be a potential grandma. This could just be like your mom or an aunt. It could even be a friend. So keep that in mind. Someone that is older than you. I do feel that this is age-wise because they have experienced something that you haven't yet. So this doesn't have to be like a super old woman. It's just someone that is going to help you out. They'll lead you to the right path or to the right direction. We also have happiness. So one of the healing messages is just continue doing what makes you happy, what keeps you entertained, let's put it that way. So time can pass faster. But also with this happiness card is the sense of hope and optimistic innocence as well. So life is telling you to have faith that things are going to work out. You will eventually reach the thing that you're aiming for anyway. Especially with that abundance, like the universe has a lot of things to give you that will give you a lot of happiness. It's just they're still working on it. They're still working on making it happen. We also have the heart with love, deep affection, and caring. And also with life is a mystery. If you guys were wondering about like a love relationship type of thing, and that's the big mystery, then keep in mind that will eventually happen. It will eventually work out. But again, the whole thing of when there's other people that life has to work with to make your dreams come true, and you are constantly thinking of those people involved in that goal that you have, it does take more time. Because you could constantly be blocking each other, or you can get in each other's way, or you have different things you have to focus on before you can come together in a partnership, if that were to be the thing that you're worried about or dreaming of, or like that's a long-term goal. So keep that in mind. And then we have the bird, which is perched, waiting for a news package or letter. So I do feel like here life is especially with it being underneath the mouse card, life is encouraging you to not be waiting. Like, don't do anything and just wait for this big goal to happen and to be accomplished and for the universe to give it to you. Don't do that. They're gonna take their time, and you, by constantly thinking about it, is going to be just a constant obstacle that they have to run over or go over because of your overthinking. Life is telling you right here to focus on the things that you can work on instead of waiting for the news or whatever. Instead of waiting for that intuitive message of take action now, or for that older woman to give you the advice, focus on the things that you can do right now. Focus on the things that are in your power. Focus on the things that you want to do. I do feel that with this happiness card, life is encouraging you to do the things that make you happy, so like that you can continue staying in a good energetic space, and you're also keeping yourself busy. And also when you do all of that, it will probably give you a lot of other benefits. A lot more abundance will come through because you're doing things from a good heart space. And I don't know how that could help you directly within your situation, because this is very general, but I do feel that for some of you, when you do things that make you happy, you just put out this beautiful energy that is very beneficial to other people, and that could make it easier for things to work out. But that doesn't mean that it's a simple, well, it's pretty simple, but it's not an easy thing that you can constantly do, right? Constantly doing the things that make you happy. I do feel that for some of you, you kind of have to figure out what makes you happy in the first place, and then you kind of have to figure out maybe what are your hobbies and what actually brings you joy and fulfillment, and not things that you kind of, or some of you, I do feel that for some of you, it may be difficult to just do things that you enjoy because you feel it's a waste of time. So don't see it that way. Please try to do the things that you like because you like them, and that's a good enough reason. Don't try to justify it and be like, oh, this is gonna give me money, or oh, I'm doing this because it's gonna help me be a better person. If that is not necessarily the real reason that will motivate you to continue doing that, then don't even bother. If you're doing it just because you enjoy it, that's a good enough reason. Do it because you like it, and keep that in mind. Do things that make you happy, because then that's a good enough reason to continue doing them. And if it isn't, then you just move on and do something else that does make you feel more fulfilled and happy. There are many times that, for example with me, there's times that I want to play a game or do something that I consider a hobby, but because I'm not very good at just doing things because I enjoy them, I tend to always kind of ruin it for me and not do those things that I enjoy, because I'm like, oh, but I'm not being productive, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that. And it's one of those things that when you're going to do something for fun, at least try to have fun. Do the job of mentally getting rid of that baggage that is holding you back from having fun. So that's a little message for some of you. But with all of that said, I will leave it there for pile 1. I hope that this was helpful in any way, shape, or form, or that at least you find it a little bit entertaining. I don't know which other piles you have picked, so feel free to comment down below if it resonated with you and how it may have tied up, how it worked with the other piles if you watched those videos. And if you didn't, feel free to check those out and see how those kind of all work together with you. I hope that this was healing in any way out there. I don't know how this is gonna work out, so I do hope that this series was something that you really, really enjoy, or that it was good. If you really liked it, feel free to tell me down below, or to actually like the video. And I will continue planning on doing more pickup card readings, but if not, I will just continue doing my own thing as always. So I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is, and feel free to check out the other piles. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe you pick more than one pile, I don't know, but feel free to check out the other videos if you haven't, so you get the full experience of this individual reading series. And if you have watched them and this is the last one, I hope you really liked your individual reading. Anyways, I'll leave that there. Love and healing from my part to you, and bye. Hello pile 2, welcome to your reading, or for those of you that picked the Amethyst Stone, here is your healing message. Hold up, there you go. Nicely in frame. You have the Peacock Spirit with Let It Shine, but it's reversed. You have the Rabbit Spirit with Now is a Lucky Time, reversed. You have the Nightingale Spirit, Love is All Around. And you have the Dove Spirit with Be Peace. Let's see the other cards. You have Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. You have the Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Okay. You have, oh, I struggle so much with this word. You have the Tortoise. Slowly but surely getting ahead. And the last card that you have is Flag with Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Oh my god. It feels like many of you may have picked something that is heavily between love and career. You may be going through it a little bit. Because these two cards are kind of talking about the same thing. It's talking about, making a family or business. Because we have marriage and business right here, and then we have children or business. So some of you are somewhere there. But we have Let It Shine with the Peacock Spirit. So I do feel that life is encouraging you to be that little light that shines very, very brightly. I do feel that some of you may be a little bit scared to show your full potential and show your full-on confidence to other people. I do feel that you may even be afraid to show that to yourself. I do feel that you hold back a lot, that side of yourself. It could be your sensual side, or your confident side, or your happy side. I do feel that many of you do lock away a lot of things about yourself because you're afraid. You're afraid to open up and show people who you really are. You're afraid to show this vulnerable side of yourself. I do feel that it will hurt you a lot if people wouldn't accept that side of you, especially because we have a lot of green and we have blue. So you may struggle to speak up about your truth and who you really are, because I do feel that you're a very cuddly individual that is very sensitive to how other people feel. So what I mean by that is that you may, even if other people don't say it, you kind of know what they're feeling, and you're afraid of showing them who you really are. So you don't shine as bright. And I do feel that life is encouraging you to life is not telling you just go out there and shine very brightly. Not necessarily. They're telling you to slowly work through that, to do little things to gain confidence, do those little things that you like to do, and slowly build up to that confidence. I do have to admit that I am someone that when I was making this channel, I was like, okay, how do I make it work in a way that I'm comfortable with, right? I wanted to pick a card readings because I enjoy watching them, and I wanted to help people out as well, with whatever intuitive gifts I have. I wanted to help others, but I always felt very nervous, and I never really had the confidence to just outright do pick a card readings. And because of that, I did my keep up ones, because I'm like, I am more familiar with these energies. So even though I was still nervous, it was a little bit easier for me, because I'm like, I know these people a little bit more than the energies I felt when I was doing pick a card readings for people out there that I had no clue who was going to end up watching it. Now I have you guys, so I know, I kind of have an idea of what people are going to watch my videos. Even though I don't know who you are personally, I feel the energy is more familiar somehow. I slowly build up to this point, let's just put it that way. And for you guys, it's the same thing. Slowly build up to your own confidence and do little things for yourself that you're like, okay, I can do that one step at a time, and slowly build into being someone that is able to just show who you really are. We have the Rabbit Spirit with Now is a Lucky Time. So you may be at this point feeling a little bit down, feeling a little bit stagnant and stuck, and like things are not working out. And here you have a card that's kind of telling you, take your time. So with this too, life is encouraging you to take your time in making things happen. Life is telling you, go at your own pace, and things are slowly going to work out. This card is the only one that has 3 animals within it. Most of them have an individual animal or sometimes two, but the rabbit spirit is the only one that has three because it's a little family, which it's funny because we have things about family in these other cards. But with you, life is trying to encourage you to, take your time. Life is not a race. There's, for example, what I mean by that is that, let's say you are starting a hobby and you see how other people that are very young are very good at those things that you want to do. Well, don't get discouraged. There's people that are very good at just focusing on one thing and just get very good at it because they've been working at it for a very long time. And then there's other people that are barely getting introduced to those hobbies and they're like, whoa, I didn't know digital drawing was a thing. That looks fun. And then you try it out, and of course, it's gonna take a little bit more of time to improve and stuff because you just got started. So keep that in mind. With now it's a lucky time. I do feel that life is trying to encourage you to not be too harsh on yourself, and life is trying to encourage you to take your time and enjoy the view, enjoy the process and the journey. Understand that if you're going through a difficult time, it's not because life is trying to be hard on you. Just learn that it's a learning experience. Keep that, just keep that in mind. It's a learning experience. Don't feel like you're unlucky because things all of a sudden I feel like I couldn't speak. Don't feel that you're unlucky just because things are not going at the pace that you wish they would. Just remember that you're going at your own pace, doing things at your own time. Keep that in mind. We also have the Nightingale spirit with love is all around, so keep in mind that if things don't go how you wish them to go, it doesn't mean that your spirit guides don't love you. It doesn't mean that there's no one out there for you, because I do feel that for some of you, love is a big thing right here, because of these three cards right here. So I do feel that life is telling you, do not feel discouraged if you can't find the person that you want in your life. Do not feel discouraged if things are not going the way that you want to. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. And by they, I mean your spirit guides in the universe. It just means that things are going at the time that they have to go. Because let's say, let me give the example for those of you that are thinking about love. I'm wondering, why is a lot of things about love coming up so far? And then I remember that the previous section was the love one. So some of you could be coming from that part, and maybe you're kind of like hung up on that. So if that makes sense. Anyway, but what I'm trying to say for those of you that are maybe thinking about love, I do feel that you may be like, okay, why can't I find the person that I want? Why can't I get who I want to get? Because you're still not at your fullest potential. You're still not at the decent enough space to have a partner. You are still going through a process where you have to work on yourself, and you're still also going through a process of having that confidence to be within yourself and be okay within yourself. I do feel that you may also, there's growth. You still have to grow a little bit more to be with this person that could be your partner, and you may be reaching a point. What was it? I think there's a saying that kind of goes that the darkest time of the day is right before the sun rises, right? So I think that you're at that point. You're very close to making your dream come true. You're very close, but you are reaching this point of desperation, of things are not working because they haven't worked for a very long time. So you're reaching a point where you're getting very, very frustrated. And life is telling you, please, calm down. Please, we hear what your heart is desperately shouting at us. We know what you want. We're aware. And we just want you to know to, slow and steady, pile 2, slow and steady. I'm telling you because I feel that your desperation is this one. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. So if this is about a career, do not just take whichever job just because. And if you do, keep in mind why you took that job, so that you don't feel trapped within it and be like, oh, but there was nothing better. There was. You just needed this job to survive. So keep that in mind, so that you have the power to walk away from it, because you know your reasons, right? You're not staying there because you couldn't find anything better. You're staying there because you needed it at that time. But when that better opportunity comes through, you're going to be ready to walk away and take that opportunity. You know what I mean? So this is what I mean for those that are talking about career. Now, those of you that are talking about love, don't just take the first fool you find out there and you're like, yay, yeah, you know, they're stable, they're this or that. Or for some of you that will lower your standards and just go for the first booty hole out there. Just don't lower your standards. You will find the person that you want, and do not be shaken. This is one of those very hard things for some people, to stay very loyal to their values and not be shaken from that. Especially in this moment that it feels like you guys are very desperate that things are not working out. So keep that in mind. Do not lower your standards just because you feel you will never get what you want. Just be patient. With you guys, I do feel that patience will be important, and continue working on yourself. Very important as well. We also have with Dove Spirit, be peace. Life is encouraging you to just calm down, to take a breath, concentrate on what you can concentrate on, work on your heart space, and do what fulfills you and what will calm you down and what will give you peace and happiness, right? Life wants you, it's encouraging you to be a little bit more content, a little bit more optimistic that things are gonna work out. So life wants you to calm down right now. So I do feel that some of you guys are very desperate that things are just not working, and because of that, life is telling you right now to take a breather and to calm down, so like that you can prepare for that slow but steady, right? Now let's talk about these cards. You have the crib and the ring, with birth or conception of a child or enterprise, and a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So I do feel let's talk about the business one first. So for those of you that are leaning toward business, you are about to start that new opportunity that I talked about earlier. It's coming up, so keep that in mind. Be ready for it. Be ready to leave what you are not satisfied with behind, so you can start moving towards this new business. And also with this marriage, I do feel that this new business that you're going to enter is one that is how do you call it, it's gonna take a lot of commitment from your part. So that opportunity took a while to come through, and that opportunity is also going to take a while to manifest to its full potential, right? I do feel that you're gonna be happy enough the opportunity presented itself in the first place, but also keep in mind that it's a big commitment because there is growth that has to come through. Because I do feel that you have a lot of power and a sense of independence in making this career or this job work. So there's a lot of responsibilities that will be put on you to make this happen and to make it flourish and work. So I do feel that life is telling you to be prepared, because it will take a lot of responsibility and commitment to make this job and this business just blossom. Now, for those of you that picked something in relation to love, or you're concerned about that, it does feel like this is, this person that you're waiting for is someone that you will want to have a committed relationship with and have a future with, and and it's someone that will satisfy and will meet all your standards. Basically, that's kind of what I'm getting. And life is just telling you that slow and steady this person will come through. Life is telling you, be confident and trust that it's going to happen. Try to be patient, and it will eventually work out. And this will be someone that you can have a beautiful, long-lasting commitment with. It is someone that you could eventually get married with, or it could be someone that you can have a family with. And it's someone that it will fulfill all the things that you are desiring in a partner, and you will have that happily ever after, however that looks for you, right? So that's all the messages I have for pile 2. I really hope you enjoy your messages and that they were informative, and if not, at least a little bit helpful somehow. I do hope that I was able to enlighten you in any way, shape, or form, or if not, I really hope that this conclusion makes sense with the other piles that you picked in the previous videos for this series. And if not, feel free to check them out. There's this other 3 videos that talk for your individual reading. I really, really am so thankful for everyone that supported this series. I am very happy that you guys enjoyed it, I'm assuming you did. If not, yeah, I hope that it was helpful advice for you guys, and I'll leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. Love and healing from my part to you, and see you on the next one. Good luck, Pile 2. Good luck. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading, or for those of you that picked the Obsidian circle thingy. It's not a circle, it's a sphere. Anyway, so let's see what healing messages are there for you. We have the Antelope Spirit, life is speeding up. We have the Deer Spirit, bring a gentle touch. The Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. The Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacles. I'm laughing because I'm just kind of like, in this card, in that card, bingo! Anyway, we have Older Man, dealings or relationships with an older man. We have October, handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. And we have the Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. So this month could be very important for you guys, Pile 3, because we're in October. I'm recording this and it will be out in October, so if you're watching it during that time, it's your time of year. Or during this fall season. Yeah, during the fall season it could be important for you as well. I said this fall season because it's fall right now, but then I remember that somewhere out there in the world it is not fall. And I went, right. I forgot about that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know who in the world is going to be watching this video, so I need to keep that in mind. We also have the antelope and the deer. So I know they're not the same animal, but they both strike me as very fast moving individuals. So things are definitely happening a lot faster for you, Pile 3. But I also do feel that life is trying to tell you, so you know, you wanted a message that things are eventually going to work out and things are going to happen very quickly. This is a message, especially with the eagle, which is another fast-moving animal, with triumph over troubles and obstacles. So life is telling you whatever difficulties are going out there, forget about them because you are overcoming them at lightning speed. However, I also feel very energized with Pile 3, so thank you, Pile 3, for all of your beautiful energy. But I also feel that life is telling you to watch out, because we have bring a gentle touch with the deer spirit. So life is telling you to try to not be super impulsive and to reflect a little bit before you do. Things are going to happen quickly, but that doesn't give you the green light to be reckless. So that's a warning for you, Pile 3. Don't be reckless. I do feel that life is telling you to combine your masculine and your feminine energy, because I do feel this sense of having the full-on impactful energy of just, you know, full force going through and doing something with the masculine energy. But then I also feel that your feminine energy is telling you to, you know, watch out. To slowly ease your way into that change and don't jump right into it. So, but yeah, if things are eventually like picking up the pace for you, Pile 3, especially with this Dolphin card, which is this and that are true. So this is telling me that whatever resonates for you in this pile, it's definitely true. It's definitely meant for your ears to land on. Wait, what? For these messages to enter your ears and your brain and to resonate. Okay, I was thinking of the NCT song, which my sisters and I always make fun of. But anywho, we have the dolphin spirit, which is an animal that I see as, you know, a mammal that lives in the waters of happiness. It is a dolphin that is very joyful and likes to play around and is very happy and content and stuff. And with this speed boost that you're getting, life is also encouraging you to calm down a little bit, but that doesn't mean that you can't have fun, especially because we have 2 and 20, which add up to 2. So life is telling you to balance things out, but feel free to have fun, feel free to enjoy, and feel free to take full-on advantage of all the good things that are coming your way. So life is definitely encouraging you to enjoy the moment and dance around and have happiness going through. I don't know how else to word it. Now let's talk about this belly. Let's talk about this card. The Rhino Spirit with overcome any obstacle reversed. Why is it reversed? Let me think a little bit. So rhinos are the type of animal that when they have a goal, they speed through and get it done, right? Kind of like a elephant in that sense, a very big animal that can break through any obstacle. But with the number 5, well, 50, which adds up to 5, we have change. So changes are happening, and that doesn't mean that you're not going to encounter any obstacle. Yes, you're going full on lightning speed, things are just working out, but that doesn't mean that things are not going to try to stop you. So be aware of that. Things may look up, shining and bright and everything, but be aware that you could trip and fall because of how fast you're going. So I do think with this bring a gentle touch, life is telling you, pile 3, to to keep in mind that things could get a little bit rough and obstacles could get in the way and the path could get a little bit rocky. So keep that in mind, so like that when you encounter those obstacles, you can hold back a little bit and not hurt yourself, right? So again, the whole thing of not being reckless. So I do feel this rhino spirit came through to give you that warning, so keep that in mind. Also, there's a lot of flowers, so life is telling you a lot of things are going to blossom, and this rhino seems to be having some wings right there, so you're meant to fly very high and get those things to come true, so don't let these obstacles get in the way. Now, let's talk about this eagle right here. With triumph over troubles and obstacles, life is telling you that things are going to happen very quickly, so watch your step. Just because, I do feel that many of you are going to be very happy that things are finally picking up the pace and things are finally getting done, but I also feel that this eagle spirit is telling you, hey my dude, watch out. I do feel that you're going to have like the higher, because of these messages, you're going to have the higher perspective of, okay, things are good, things are great, but watch my step, be careful, not being reckless. So I do feel that this eagle is like that higher point of view that is like, I have a message and I'm telling you, watch out, pile 3, be careful, pile 3, oh look, there's a rock, pile 3, and stuff like that. And it also feels like the sun is right here, so the setting sun, it does feel that things are coming to an end somehow, or maybe it could be a rising sun, as in things are about to begin. So it does feel definitely like the ending and the beginning of something new. And then I thought of High School Musical song for some reason. Then we have handshake, and a meeting with a stranger could be important, and I'm gonna combine it with this older man that says dealings or relationships with an older man. So I do feel that you will encounter somewhere along your path someone that could help you. It says that could be important, so I do feel like you could eventually meet someone that will give you an opportunity, guide you the right way, or give you advice or help you on your experiences because of their own experiences, right? It's an older man, so he's seen some things, he's lived through some things as well. So this could, but it has a handshake, so it could be two separate things, like someone that you already know is going to help you out, or someone that you're going to meet is going to help you out. So with this handshake, I do feel that you could meet someone, especially in October or during the fall time, when things are barely changing. I do feel that if there's such thing as that, your lucky color could be orange for whatever reason. So the color that helps you stay passionate and sensual and wake up that part of yourself, because I'm thinking of the sacral chakra. That's why you can search it up and come up with your own interpretation and conclusions to what that could mean with that orange color. But anyway, all I'm saying is that during the fall you could meet someone new, or you could meet this older man that's gonna help you out somehow, because it says someone that's important. And with a handshake, not only is it like let me see that you don't have a weapon and let's shake hands, or I think that's how handshake started. It was a way of saying, look, new person that I've met, I do not have a weapon on my hand, I'm not going to attack you. And the other person's like, me neither. And then you shake hands and it's like, hello, this is a peaceful meeting. I think that's how handshake started. I could be wrong. But also with this handshake, I do feel that it, when you seal the deal and then you shake on it, I do feel that there's some sort of commitment that could come through. Not commitment necessarily as a relationship type of thing, as in like a romantic thing. I feel that it's more of a friendship or business type of thing. So someone that is coming in with some experience that could definitely help you is going to come through and either give you that knowledge and advice, or will make some sort of promise to you somehow with that handshake, right? Something that you're going to shake on and be like, yes, I trust that our promise, our commitment, our spoken contract will happen. That type of thing. Let's see. Pile 3, I do feel like yours was very quick and to the point. Because the other piles have been a little bit lengthier, but pile 3, do not be discouraged that your pile was a little bit shorter. I do feel that with you guys, things are happening so quickly that's the message. That's the message. A warning, so you are careful down the path that you're going through. Obstacles are going to eventually happen, and then a promise that someone could come through to give you advice, or you will meet someone new along your journey. So pile 3, I do feel that yours was very straightforward. I do feel that it could be all that masculine energy that is like, okay, give me the message and let me go on my path. Let me just get things done. Let me just continue doing my thing. So, short and sweet pile 3. Short and sweet. So thank you so much for watching this video, pile 3. I hope that this was some good advice, or I hope it was helpful, and if not, that it was at least entertaining and fun to watch. If you haven't watched the rest of this series, feel free to check it out, and if you have, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment down below if it all kind of concluded very nicely, and what I mean by that is if the other piles that you picked from the other videos, if they kind of made sense into this one and they kind of work out. I know that not everyone that picked pile 3 on this one picked the same piles previously, so feel free to discuss below if that was the case, or if it wasn't, and that could be beneficial and helpful for other people that also picked the piles that you did, or at least it will be entertaining for me to read the final results of this series and just see how the other piles came into play into this one. So feel free to just babble along in the comment section. So I'll leave that there. Love and healing from my part to you, and see you on the next one whenever that is. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. Hello pile 4, welcome to your healing messages, or for those of you that pick the Amethyst. So let's see what messages are there for you. Thank you so much for watching, and let's see what's going on. So we have the White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. The Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. The Ant Spirit, reverse, time to collaborate. I'm debating if that one was reversed, but whatever. Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. For whatever reason, I couldn't read that one upside down. My brain was just like, huh? And I was like, I don't know. Let's see what other piles. Look at this person right here. I'm speaking nonsense right now. So we have the purse, your other card. Pay attention to your finances. We have younger woman, dealings or relationships with a younger woman. We have March. And scissors, disappointment in some affair. Okay. So the first message that I got with purse and scissors and the younger woman, if any of you have a sugar baby out there, be careful. Or if you guys have like a younger sister or a child, also be careful. I do feel that there could be some issues of like lending someone money, or someone needing money and then you can't help them out, and because of that, this younger woman could get very upset. But don't feel like you need to fulfill their every I don't know what the word in English will be, but don't feel like you need to do everything for them. What will the word be? Well, their every desire. You don't have to fulfill any of that, right? But let's talk about your spirit animals first. So we have the White Raven Spirit reversed with trust in the magic. I do feel that with you guys. And then we have 66 reversed, which looks like a 99. But this card is kind of encouraging you to have a certain sense of balance. So you may have lost your ability to just trust that things are going to work out, or maybe you want a fairy tale type of something and it's just you kind of lost faith that you could get something like that. So maybe you are a hopeless romantic, or maybe you do want your fairy tale type of life and love and career and everything, but you know, you may have lost hope that things are gonna work out that way. So pile three, I used it pile 3. So pile 4, life is kind of encouraging you to have faith that you are unique and that your life is meant to be just as unique as that. So life is definitely trying to encourage you to work on your speech, because I am struggling with it. So you could be dealing with issues like that, especially with this other blue card. The chakras of throat chakra is right here telling you to speak your truth and have a certain sense of balance, because one of the things that I'm kind of getting with the 66 that you have right here is balance. If you add it up, that's a 12, which is a 3, and 6 is supposed to be like a higher version of 3, meaning that working with other people and having this equal give and take type of thing. 3 in tarot usually means to work with other people, and number 6 in tarot usually means to be able to have equal give and take. Because I'm thinking of the 6 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles for that fact. So this could be about work actually for you guys, because those were the tarot. I don't use tarot in my healing messages, but those were the tarot cards that just kind of randomly came up right now. Maybe some of you came from pile 1, I believe, where I was just talking about like, this card reminds me of the Fool and this card reminds me of the Magician. So I'm just saying in case that's the case, but if it isn't, just putting that out there. But yeah, the white raven is a very rare animal, I believe, because most ravens are black, so you may stand out a lot, and I don't know if you like it, but it's because, that's just how it happened to be, and that's part of your fairy tale. That's part of your, that's part of your magic, to just be different. So keep that in mind. It might bring you some difficulties because we have scissors underneath with disappointment and some affairs. Like, it could make it difficult for some things to work out because of how different you are. Because when you're different, you could be like someone that really stands out because you're not like everybody else in your area or like in your circle. But it could also mean that you think very differently and have a very different approach to the ways that everyone around you is kind of accustomed to and used to. So with this scissors is like, keep in mind that not everyone's going to be very accepting of the difference that you carry. Not everyone's going to be very welcoming to your new ideas and your progress and your innovation. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to be very... It's not going to be... That's part of the fairy tale. To have some difficulties arise. Now let's talk about the pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. And then we have kind of like some wings over here. And then we have 4 plus 7, which is 11, which equals 2. So balance. So use your mind wisely. And a number 2, which talks about balance. So I do feel for pile 4 that there's this sense of when you ground yourself to know how to have a balance between your physical material world and your heart space. So what you desire to do and what you need to do, and also how reality works. So there was a lot of things about you guys wanting to have this fairy tale. So you may be visionaries and a little bit idealistic sometimes. So life is just telling you to remember to come down to reality and use your wisdom to be able to navigate the reality of things and understand the path that is the best for you and is the most approachable and the most possible. I guess more realistic in that sense, right? Like, there's things that you want and you will get them, but there's a little bit that you have to do, and that's kind of just continue navigating through your 3D world. And also we have March, which is Pisces and Aries energy. I do feel this energy feels a little bit familiar with that Pisces Aries combo. Water and fire. And when I talked about visionaries and all of that, that makes me think of a pile that appeared in the career one, I think. And if not, it was in the current energy. So some of you guys may have picked that pile. You know which one you are, because I don't remember the specific one right now. And even if I do, I don't really want to tell you to not influence you to pick that one if you haven't watched those. But yeah, we have March season, and we have Pisces, which is go with the flow and sometimes prone to being a little bit delusional. And then you have the added Aries energy, which is like a passionate, let's get everything done, and blindly optimistic and impulsive sometimes. So it's quite the wild combo, let's put it that way. with this March energy that I'm getting. But also March is the sign of new beginnings because of spring. I believe spring on this side of the world starts in March, in the second half of March. So I do feel that with you guys, there's this new beginning blossoming, and everything is coming back to life. So there's a rebirth. So many of you guys may have gone through a period of death and rebirth, and life is telling you to use your mind wisely so you're aware of the new reality you're living in. If there's this new beginning you're going through, life is telling you to start navigating how things work out now, especially because you're very different. So you are aware of this new ending and this new beginning. So life is telling you to take advantage of that knowing and use it so you are aware of your surroundings and you're aware of the changes going through and you're preparing yourself for those changes. Another message that we have is Ant Spirit with Time to Collaborate, which was kind of similar to the Sitses that you got right here with the White Raven Spirit, but it's reversed and there's a puzzle and the ants. And ants are the type of animals that they all work in a big colony to make their ecosystem work, their community work, I guess you could put it that way. And everyone has a puzzle piece to the puzzle, so everyone's doing their own job, everyone's doing their part in making something work. So with it being reversed, I do feel that life is telling you to not take on other people's work. They have to do their own job and you do yours. So that's one. Like, you don't have to do the work for other people, but it also feels like you're starting this new chapter. So life is telling you to, or it's encouraging you to work with other people, because I do feel that with some of you, you could have, you help people so much that you kind of forget about yourself. And for other people, you kind of don't like to work with other people because you're afraid of that. You're afraid that you will just be like a slave for them, or you're just gonna be like the person that, or like the errand boy, I think that's what they call it, like do this, do that, right? You don't want to be that. So I do feel with this Time to Collaborate, life is encouraging you to start working with other people and for you to trust that you will pick the right people for yourself. I do feel this one's a highly like a big thing for career. So some of you could be going through that, and it says younger woman, so you could be someone that may work with someone that's younger to help them do their own job, and they will exchange help you as well. So you're working and helping each other out. It's a mutual beneficial relationship, and I do feel that this could be like this person has a piece of the puzzle and you have the other piece, and you're working together to understand the bigger picture of life. So I do feel that this is like trying to, right now that I breath in, I kind of got the smell of incense. So I do feel that this is someone that you could meet in a spa, or you could have met this person in like a spiritual place, or this could be someone that you meet in a grandparents' house or something like that. A place that has been cleansed. Let's just put it that way to make it more general for other people. So this could be someone that you meet in a place that is very comfortable for you. I do feel that many of you are sensitive enough to be able to be aware and pick up like the small subtleties of spirituality. So your senses could be very heightened up, so you can, your sense of smell and your hearing and all that could be highly active and very good at picking up the smallest of changes. So I do feel that some of you, that's a message for whatever reason, and for others of you, you may meet this younger woman in a spiritual something, like a spiritual gathering or a place that you feel spiritually connected within yourself and complete. I do feel that many of you are spiritually aware, and many of you are strongly connected to that side of yourself. Let's put it that way. So life is definitely encouraging you to start working with other people. We have the Electric Eel Spirit reversed with Bring Your Ideas to Life, and then we have the number 24 that adds up to sits. Oh, that was so difficult to say. So I'm saying all of this because I'm starting to get that you're going to get electric shot. Okay, let me stop. That's an alphabet song. I mean, an alphabet song. which is Electric Shock. I don't really know what the song's about. It's just a very good song in case you want to check it out and listen to it. But with this electric eel, I do feel there's this sense of speaking up your truth, but I'm also getting, because it's the color of the throat chakra, but also with bringing your ideas into life, and with it being reversed, life is really encouraging you to do that, to start bringing those ideas into your business. Because there was a pile in the career one that talked about making your own business, I think, or I could be wrong, I don't remember. But if that's the case, like, I do feel this one resonates very strongly with the previous pile from another pick a card reading that I did from this series. I just don't know which one, but you will know which one because it's a pile you probably picked. But yeah, this is this thing of like, if you're doing, like, if life is encouraging you, or you're going through your own business and doing your own thing, and you are kind of like someone that has a lot of responsibilities going through because of your career, life is definitely telling you to work with other people, because I do feel that with the purse that's underneath this card, with pay attention to your finances, life is telling you to work with other people so they can help you be aware of the things to be aware of, or they can help you if you ever need help with financial things, or you may need help with like you may need extra hands to get your business to work, or you may need other people's experiences to help you figure out the next step to appropriately take in order for your career to continue working. So I do feel that with bring ideas into life, life is telling you, yes, do that, do the thing, start bringing those innovative new ideas that you carry because of how unique you are. But life is also telling you to work with other people so they can not only help you with this new beginning, this new chapter, this new business, or this new cycle that you're going through, but life is also telling you to work with other people so they can help you figure out how realistically how much can you push it to make your dream come true without putting in risk your business if you're working on that, or your career, or your money, or your finances, right? With pay attention to your finances, someone could teach you how to someone could teach you how to take care, how to keep count of your business, how to manage and do proper inventory and do proper accounting things that accountants do, whatever it is that they do. Bro, I don't know. But I do feel that with a purse, someone's going to help you figure out how to manage your money appropriately, and how to how to keep tabs, and how to make sure you have everything in one place, and that will help you figure out how to take your next steps because you know what you have, that type of thing. And you're able to figure out how to take risks and make these new ideas come through because you know what you already have, and what the spare energy that you can put into it, that kind of thing. So I'll leave that there for pile 4. Communication seems to be a very big deal, especially with this Aquamarine. I don't really know what Aquamarine is good for, but I do feel communication could have been one of them, but I don't know from the top of my head. I just know that I really like Aquamarine. It's a very nice, pretty stone. But I'll leave that there, pile 4, as I mentioned earlier. I really hope that you liked this video, and if not, I hope it was informative or that you found it entertaining. Make sure that you keep with you whatever resonates and leave the rest behind, especially because there was a specific pile that I was going for. I know that you guys have definitely watched some of the previous ones, but that could resonate with some of you, and some of you could be like, oh, this is the first video I stumbled upon, so I haven't seen the other one, so you're definitely not talking to me. But who knows? So if it resonates, it's for you, and if it doesn't, leave it behind. As I mentioned in the intro, thank you so much for staying till the end, pile 4. Thank you so much for watching the videos for this series, and if not, feel free to check them out, because this one is kind of like the concluding energy for the other 3 sections of my individual readings as I usually do them, so feel free to check them out. And if not, feel free, if you've already done that, thank you so much for watching those videos, and feel free to comment down below how all of that worked out, how was the journey throughout all those videos. I really want to see how that worked out for you guys, because I don't watch my own pick a card readings because I don't want to put my biases, my baggage in the way for you guys, so I don't know how it worked out. The only feedback that I've gotten so far is my younger sister and my older sister, because they have watched my videos, so they kind of have told me like, oh, this one was very accurate, or oh, that one was just sad, and stuff like that. So I really want to hear you guys and what you guys think about it. So please feel free to comment down below how all of that worked out. And thank you so much for watching this. I think this is the third time I say it. My sister's gonna make fun of me for this, so she'll probably add like a laughing duck because I'm repeating myself. But yeah, I think I've said everything I wanted to say. I feel very loopy, so you could have in the loopy pile, but it could also be because I've done all 4 piles, so I'm kind of tired from energetically channeling so much. So I'm just gonna close that one up so I can relax a little bit and just chill for the rest of the day. So let's see if there's anything else. No, I don't think so. So yeah, love and healing for my part to you, and see you on the next one whenever that is. And pile 4, stay unique. I don't know what else to say. Bye.